But first, a very good morning and a warm welcome to you, Reverend Njoya. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you. Yes.
It's good to have you in studio.
Yes.
What road did you use? Ngong Road or?
Ngong Road to here. Yes.
Any roadblocks?
Though I didn't see signs of agency rebellion, but I saw signs of state rebellion everywhere on the road. Yes.
Okay. signs of state rebellion. What does that look like?
Police everywhere in vehicles waiting. I don't know what kind of rebellion it is, but I know that in Kenya we are going a route of rebellion against the people, and Genesis rebellions against him.
Yeah.
All right, that one is very clear.
It is.
That there is Gen Z rebellion against the president, and the president's rebellion against the Gen Zs. Yes.
Before we get into the rebellions, we usually start off with a quote of the day. So Felaris will share today's quote. You can say if it speaks to you, if you agree with it or disagree. Okay?
Karibu sana Rev. Today's quote is courtesy of Chinua Achebe, and it reads, "The world is like a mask dancing. If you want to see it well, you do not stand in one place."
Can you repeat, please?
The world is like a mask dancing. If you want to see it well, you do not stand in one place.
The world is like that.
Yeah.
I think that's correct. Yes, you don't hold on one position all your life.
Yeah.
The world is always changing in itself.
Yeah.
If you read archaeology, you will see that we have gone so many morphologies.
Correct.
So many studies from even Kenya is the head of that, because Liki, the anthropologist, wrote about how many stages the world has evolved. Even the Bible started by creation of so many things before the people appeared. So the world is a process.
Yes.
In the process of creation. Yes.
Absolutely. And I like that that's the point at which we've started, or we are starting this conversation, the process and the things that have been to where we are now, that if we're going to talk about liberation, if we're going to talk about Saba, we have to look at the origins of it, but not origins of it through the lens of what we think we know, but through the lens of somebody who actually lived it, who was part of that liberation. And that's you, Dr. Njoya. And, from what you see in today, even before we start going back to 36 years ago, is what you're seeing now, which is state repression, and the state categorically saying that yes, the Constitution gives you the right to come out, protest, but we are going to invoke the Public Order Act and say no, we are maintaining public safety, so therefore stay in your houses. What is your read on what happened on the 25th and also what is currently happening today?
Yes, Kenya has a history. You see that Kenya was given independence by a British constitution called the Lancaster Constitution.
Yes.
So it was not given independence as a republic. In fact, we declared ourselves a republic much later. It was not the people who were given independence, but Britain gave independence to itself as a British overseas market, and it handed over to Kenyatta. MacLeod signed it, and Kenyatta, and they took it to the Queen, and the husband of the Queen brought it to Kenya on the Independence Day. So that was not a Kenya constitution. That's what have breathed. And all this we are talking today emerges from people reclaiming their God-given sovereignty from, first of all, foreign governments, and also from the governments which received independence. Do you know what? People don't realize. When the Maasai wanted independence to mean they get their land back, they were denied the return of independence. And they marched out, they walked out of the Lancaster Constitution. And then MacLeod gave Kenyatta, who was heading the delegation, the majority delegation, 63 million shillings to buy lad from the thieves, from the the people who had stolen the Maasai lad and the Nadi lad, you see? The white hide lad. So they were given loan. And who was given loan? It was not specified by Kenyans to get that loan to buy. So the government people gave the loan to themselves to buy the white hyrads. What was white became, I don't want to say Kikuyu hyrads or whatever. But I'm pointed at this in my sermons all the time, that Kenya requires freedom, God-given sovereignty. Because my Bible told me, and that's what we are seeing even today, when God created Adam, meaning humanity, Kikuyu is good, modo. In Swahili, mtu. You know, when God created humanity, Adam does not mean a male. He created them, male and female. He created them. You have read that.
Yeah.
So when they were created, they were given dominion, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were given sovereignty by God. It was not British given, it was God given. So all my ministry have been fighting against people given freedom or life or anything. Life is God given. God breathed his life into the people.
He does.
Who he made. We are God made.
Yeah.
Not state made. So that's what I've been preaching. And then when I preached this on Labor Day, 1977, I wanted to say where Saba comes from. It has history. When I preached that, people have a right to reclaim their God-given sovereignty. It was not given to the state, but the state is man-made. But people are God-made. So look at what happened to me. The Kenyatta regime sent 9 policemen, some of whom I knew, to my house. I was living at Kikuyu. Can you see this finger is out?
Yeah.
Completely?
Yes. Yeah.
It was chopped out by the simi with
the sword.
This sword. This was, look, it was out completely. And this one, 3 fingers. So I decided to use his heart for this one. I was not bleeding because the heart had stopped pumping blood.
Yeah.
I was cutting this bone off here. And my intestine were already cut and were out. So I fell backward, lifted the man who was in front, the policeman, I knew him, put him above and told him, he told me, talk and you are dead. I told him, I have forgiven you and God has forgiven you. Then I put him down carefully. And the same who told people to save me, he said, those who sent us didn't tell us this man is a man of God. I had already given them my car, my everything, but they threw back the keys to my wife to take me to hospital. She corrected me. No, not me, my pieces. Pieces of my body. Even the finger. That policeman took handkerchiefs which were hanging on the wall. Not cloth, the girl's clothes, the handkerchiefs. Tied this finger here, but facing the wrong way. It took 2 years to face it.
Wow.
Surgeon. Michael Wood, of the Flying Doctor, joined the Nairobi hospital to restore my body. This was returned and this was sewn. This bone was still facing the other correctly. 2 years, and I got well, and I was back preaching. Even then I was preaching. What I'm saying is that...
That was 1977.
1977, Kenyatta Day, Kenyatta.
And yours was, the crime here was preaching that essentially we should reclaim our sovereignty.
Our sovereignty. People should reclaim their sovereignty from that time from Britain and from the Lancaster Constitution itself. I was saying that is British given. Freedom is God given. Sovereignty is God given. For Adam and Eve were told, I've given you dominion. And God did not ask Great Britain to come and give us dominion. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
God did not appoint anyone to give another freedom. A man, a
direct.
husband,
It's actually
is not
given
given freedom to give his wife. You get me?
Tell me, Reverend Njoya, on this day, May 1st, 1977, in which church did you preach?
That time, 1977, I preached. I think I even don't, because at that time I was not in St. Andrews. No, I was in St. Andrews.
Okay.
Yes.
This St. Andrews
This
in
is
the
St.
CBD.
Andrews, Nairobi.
Just
Yeah.
this one
Yes.
very close
Close
to
to the University of
University of
Yes,
Nairobi.
yes. So, what I'm getting at is I went away. After that, in 1978, I went to USA for 8 years. And then I came back. All I was studying, most of it is political science, with theology and political
Science.
so as to come and transform Africa from freedom, human-given independence to God-given
Independence.
freedom. And I finished, you interrupted me when I said that Adam was not asked to give Eve freedom or life. They were made one, they were separated later. You get it? You know that?
Yeah.
They were made one. So now, when I'm saying that I wanted Kenya to be God-given, freedom in Kenya to be God-given, not
human given.
by a Kenyan, a British-made creature. The state was made by Bri and handed over to in a paper. My dear sisters and brother, Kenya's freedom was handed in a
paper.
Paper.
not given by God.
My God.
That's not true. People else are written by people. Do you know who wrote the Kenya Constitution that time? The Nankasa Mackenzie of Manchester University.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Mackenzie who wrote it. He had come to Kenya and did research how to write it. So, and he's one who tabled the document. To table there in a Lancaster conference. So now I want to go back to after Kenyatta went.
Wait, let's go back. You said you went to the US for 8 years.
Yes.
After 1977.
Yes,
So
77.
you came back at, so
8 years. I came here in 1985
or 86?
76. Sorry, I came. I said 8 years. So I came in 70. I came when 78. I came 1976.
86.
86. Okay, so
Yeah.
you were back in 1986.
1976. 1976, and I was preaching in 1977.
Okay. So the preaching is after you had come back.
Yeah, after I had come back. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, the preaching was before you okay,
Yes.
sorry, after you came back from the US.
But I went to America. Much of this political science I studied in Princeton was about independence,
Okay.
About who gives sovereignty.
Yeah.
What is it? Freedom.
Yeah.
To determine your own future, to determine your own life, not to be determined, to be self-determined, not to be dominated by a man or woman or a state or anything. You get me?
Yeah.
So first, that's when I learned democracy. What is the democracy?
What democracy
What
really
democracy
means.
means.
Yes,
Right.
what it means in Greek, demos kratos. Demo meaning people, everybody takes care of everybody. That's the first command. The second commandment: love your neighbor as
You love
yourself.
yourself.
Meaning, the democracy is where, or form of governance where everybody takes care of everybody, and it is also taken care of by everybody. Now I'm 85. I'm also approaching when I'm going to be taken care of. I took care of my children; they were taken care of
you?
of me. And when they were small, I took care of them.
Yeah.
I take care of everyone. When even the president, when they get sick, they go to a hospital where I pay taxes. You get me?
Yes.
I take care of everybody in Kenya who goes to school because I pay for money which builds schools. I take care of, at this time, I take care of all Kenyans by paying taxes. Did you know that we pay taxes as a result of that commandment? Because how do you take care of everybody,
Right.
even yourself, if you're not paying taxes?
Yeah.
That's true.
So my wife keeps on saying, you say, why do you want to take the taxes? We talk. I said that when as I was in Kenya, I was retraining officer of the PCA, secretary. I was taking my car all the way to Maua. I used to go all the way to Rodwa to teach. Then you ask yourself, did I make that road?
You didn't.
You made it for me. Should I construct a road so that I go to where I want to go as a rail trainer? So that's part of the Ten Commandments.
It is.
You take care of everybody, and this also you are taken
Everybody
care
takes
of by
care of you.
everybody.
By everybody.
And there's no better way of taking care of everybody and being taken care of everybody than by
Paying taxes.
paying teachers. You are teaching children yourself.
Yeah.
The teacher is there to represent you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 3 times I've been killed. I've been killed 3 times. Who took care of my body, resuscitation?
The doctors.
The doctors. So what I'm trying to say that the 3rd time I was killed in budget day 1999. Do you know who said that I should not be taken to the mortuary? When I was corrected, my body was corrected. It is Dr. Gekonyo, who resuscitated me for 3 days and taking care of me for 80 days. And then I left the hospital. And the first time during Kenyatta's time, do you know who took care of me? Dr. Michael Wood. Did I hire him?
No.
Everybody takes care of
Everybody.
everybody, but we don't appreciate that.
True.
Let me go back to 19, which we are celebrating today.
Saba.
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 Actually, we'll take a short break, Rev, just before we get to Saba. Let's take a very short break, then we'll come back, because I think it's important to continue threading, actually, because from 1977, there's a 20-year gap to 1997.
Because I'm away,
Yes, and we'll talk about that and figure out why Saba was so important. You know, there's a lot of people who were born after the 90s. There's a lot of young people who know that today is Saba, but don't understand how we came to Saba. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. Hold that
Okay,
thought.
thank you.
We'll be right back after this. Hashtag is Fixing the Nation and TV with Reverend Dr. Timothy Njoya.
Indeed. Fixers online and checking in, just updating one another on what they're finding on the roads. If you're finding a road that has a roadblock, for example, Kiambu Road, there are those that have found a roadblock at AR, there are those that have found gridlock at the Allsops Junction along Thika Superhighway, because police have erected a roadblock there. Or at Jogo Road, you get to City Stadium roundabout and you'll find that you cannot access Landis Road because police have also erected a roadblock there. Elsewhere, let us know where. I've seen also people saying Mlolongo, there's a police roadblock there. Police bosses in Muranga are saying that they are monitoring the situation in Muranga, Mukuyu, Kenol, Kabati, and the common boundary of Muranga and Kirinyaga, that's at Sagana town. They says that they are monitoring the situation there, and should there be an escalation, then they will move in. I don't know escalation of what, but they say they'll move in. But roads leading into the main CBD Nairobi today, there are police roadblocks there. That's the update. We continue our conversation as we mark this Saba Day with the Reverend Dr. Timothy Njoya, who in many years was called a radical cleric. In fact, even the media at some point used to describe him.
Radical cleric.
Radical cleric. Reverend Dr. Timothy Njoya, in what he says was just pushing for the sovereignty of the people. Not sovereignty of the people given by somebody else, but the God-given sovereignty of the people, dominion given to the people by God himself.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 27. That's
Genesis
where sovereignty was given by God.
That's it, huh?
Yes.
It's there in scripture.
Yes.
And that is what you are doing and you are preaching.
Until today.
Until today.
Yes.
You gave us the first instance where you had this serious confrontation with the law.
Yes.
And this was in 1976.
That's Lancaster law, not Kenya law.
Yeah, the Lancaster law. After this preaching that you gave, and officers came and they attacked you, they, beat you up badly, chopped off your fingers on the hand, injured you in the stomach, and you had to be resuscitated by doctors in the hospital. And you told us there were two other incidences.
Yes. I'll tell you about them.
Yes.
I just want to say that what I was doing was not accidental, but a process. Just as God created the whole world through a process. Yes.
It was a process.
It was a process.
Did you know of the process then? Or
no, it evolved. It was an evolution. You have had Leakey's theory of evolution.
Yeah.
Even Kenya is evolving. Yeah. So I was saying, Moi after the coup, 1982, he became the revival. He was a member of the East African revival. Now he became, I don't want to say he's being a member of the East African revival because it was not mine, but he became Kenyatta's revival, Kenyatta's resurrection.
Yeah.
Exactly a carbon copy of who Kenyatta was, where he had already come with a very different level of transformation, but he became a revival of that because the coup forced him, because it had really shaken him. It shook him very much. So now, when he came, I supported him very much because he was a brother in Christ. To
when
me,
he came into power.
He came into power, and I did never cease to be called him a brother in Christ, but a prodigal son. Now, nobody ever, from Moi's time, Kenyatta same proposed alternative to the Lancaster Constitution or what to do with Kenya. Never. Even the people like who Kenyatta killed, like Gama Pinto, J.M. Kariuki, Boya, everything, they were not proposing alternative. They simply wanted to take over the government the way it was. It was. Nobody ever, I don't know anybody who criticized the government until I called for dismantling the Lancaster Constitution and the one-party state. So I didn't know what else to do other than what was wrong by taking away the sovereignty of the people and replacing them was the one-party state. I never could pinpoint it. And it was the Lancaster Constitution. So on October 5, 1986, I stood up before the KBC camera because St. Andrews used to be covered on every first Saturday one Sunday in a month, it used to be covered by the KBC. It was the only radio and TV. So I stood up in the evening in the St. Andrews Church. I had made that sermon, but because I used to read my sermon to my wife before I go to preach it the next day, it so happened that in my house that evening, the session crack of the parish, Mr. Magaria was there. So I read the sermon to them, and then I shook, and I said I will not preach it. I will preach something else. No, they told me you must. So when I went to St. Andrew's Parish and I stood up in the pulpit, I started shaking. Because I knew what I was saying.
The weight of what you're about to say.
Yes. So I say, I'm calling people. I didn't say Kenyans. I'm calling the people to reclaim their God-given sovereignty. And I use this word, by dismantling the one-party state. That was more shocking to Moi because he used to listen to that service than even the coup. The word coup had no meaning. But now I'm going further to say, by dismantling the one-party state and writing their own constitution, dismantling the Lancaster Constitution. So that's my sermon. You see there, you see it was printed. And I said, as a result, to dismantle the one-party state and the radical association. They'll make their own constitution, and they'll be the employers of the state. They'll be work. They'll institute democracy, government by the people, for the people, by the people, where everybody cares for everybody and is taken care of by everybody. Then I finished preaching. I don't know whether even I picked my papers from the pulpit. I went home. The following day, Moi summoned Cardinal Tunga, Bishop Manasseh, Kuria. I'm talking the truth because it's there in record. If you look at the State House record. Murwa of the AIC, the chief card, I've forgotten
The
his
chief
name.
Kathy was.
All the religious leaders. The chief Kandi.
Yeah.
Let me not. I won't finish
The
all
list.
the religious work. Someone to this, and Moi did not give them sitting. No, they sat like you are now sitting in a semicircle. He started with the Cardinal Tunga. What are you going to do with that young man?
Wow.
It was already in the paper. It was headline not only in Kenya, in Kyoto. I can show you in Washington Post, in Los Angeles Times, all the European papers, Al-Haram in Egypt, in Russia, Prouder. The sermon was broadcast in Kenya, and it became rebroadcast and rebroadcast. Imagine what? I was invited by the joint house of this, of the Congress and the Senate to go and speak about it in the US. You know what I did? I was even invited in Russia to go and talk about it. I knew the world. That's someone, but not because of me, because of Moi's reactions. So it is not me who preached that sermon, it was who?
He amplified it.
Amplified it.
With the action that he took.
The action
he
he took.
amplified the sermon.
It was a state matter.
Yeah.
So now, what happened is that I lost my collar from the PC for 2.
What does that
years.
mean, losing your
Because
collar?
when Moi went on asking people what to do, when he reached Wajau,
The moderator then.
Kuria, but he wanted to talk to Gato, but because he had also summoned the Gato, but it is Wajau left it to Gato to say what will happen. Gato said, it is, in our church, we don't have people like bishops. The presbytery will meet. They left the state house immediately after they were released. The PC has already committed itself. I've written my books write that letter. They went back to the head office. Dr. Kuria, who is my general secretary, when they sat down, he wrote, the moderator of the General Assembly, I'm quoting the whole letter, I can't quote it, it's 1 page, is required by the Supreme Head of State to take against Reverend Dr. Timothy Njoya for his sermon, blah, 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 for the sermon was termed by the head of state, subversive, and truly, even ourselves believe it was
Subversive.
That's what the letter says. I still have it.
So that's how you lost your collar.
That's how it was for 2
years.
Not only that, but that's what, again, like Moi preached my sermon throughout the world. That's how PCA preached this, my sermon through all churches in the world.
Everybody now wanted to know, what did he do?
What did he say?
What did he
What
say?
was this subversive?
All the theologians. In fact, if you come to my office, you'll see an award. I was given by the World Council, by the world, as the most outstanding theologian in the world. Of that award, of the most outstanding
Theologian.
Why? Mainly because of the church preached my sermon.
And it's spread far and wide.
Yes.
Allow me to jump just slightly ahead.
Yeah.
What happens between 1986 and 1990 when Saba Saba starts?
I'll tell you what happened. I was reinstated by the church after 2 years. On January 1, I preached the same
Your first someone back.
It is there in the papers. Look at the papers. It was headline on January 2nd. And I was invited to sing exactly the same form. Because I was punished for it, now I'm back. Do you know who appealed for me to be returned? That's how Kiraito, Murungi, Kamau and Kuria and Rigera advocates. It is not Kiraito as a person, but the Kamau, Kiraito and Rigera advocates who wrote to my charge to the State General Assembly, and they threatened to go to the High Court if I'm not reinstated because I had done nothing. And already, anyway, I was reinstated. When I was reinstated and posted to Tumutumu. You know, you have heard of Yagatika Crusade. It's a same way who required I be returned back to the city because that crusade, do you know, when it was announced, do you know who announced it? Not me. It was simply a local, rural parish. But I can quote and tell you almost the date. Almost the date. That week, Moi heard there was going to be a crusade by Njoya in Tumtum. That's I think when he knew I was reinstated. Do you know what he did? He said that crusade will not happen. We will use all the resources of state to stop it. That's what he preached the crusade. Again, people are doing things for me. Even if those who crucified Jesus didn't preach the Christianity throughout the world, it wasn't.
Yeah.
His resurrection was the one. What do we preach? The cross. What is this?
That's the cross.
It's a cross.
Yeah, that's what it happens when you attack something good. You are preaching, you spread it. So now, when he said that, do you know who came to the cross? People came from Meru, from Nyahururu, from Nakuru, from Mombasa, even Muslims, wearing their own councils to hear what will be preached in the crusade. The policemen, people even coming by buses at night. Do you know what happened? The police was not enough of Nyeri. They were bringing the police from all over to come and stop it. It is there. Even now, the only woman who died, one woman who died, Mrs. Kagatodo. All the others went to hospital and were left. We were beaten. But for me, I was saved by the police. The police took my car where I had parked. Because there were many police cars in front, and they lifted it up and put it on the road for me to run away because they knew I was not going to escape. Then when I went to my house, there was somebody who took me all the way back to Nairobi through Muranga Road to hide me from being ambushed. So that saved me. But the thing is this, I did not wait to be beaten at Yagatika. I was saved by what? By who? By the police.
Police themselves.
Yes. So now, after that, anyway, I'm going to Saba. When I was reinstated, and I continued preaching, especially then, other people, now not the one who are fighting to overthrow the government, who wanted change. You know who are the first? I can tell you. That's when the people who had appealed for my statement, not all of them, I think Kiraito. No, not Kiraito. Yeah, Kiraito. But he didn't stay with us for too long here. He joined the parties. The Kamau Kuria, he stayed a bit. I don't say. Then William Mutunga. The other person is William Mutunga, Kifuza Kibwana, Orengo. I didn't know them before. They came, they had now formed even NGOs. They didn't exist before. Yeah? So they came, and we decided to write the constitution. Because we said, I could not wait I didn't even know how. You see, I was simply mad.
You just knew
I wanted
that people need to dismantle the Lancaster.
so but I didn't say what are they going to have to put in this place. I said to make their own constitution, but I didn't say how. Who is going to make? I thought it is the same government. I wasn't that clever. So these people are more clever. So they came and we wrote a draft constitution.
So that
almost written on from basis totally 20 chapters on the basis of Genesis chapter 1 verse 3. How people can reclaim their own, saying the government is hired by the people, it's people have a right to do all that, completely the way the Bible is written. Our constitution chapter 20 are exactly a copy of the
Bible.
Of the Bible, even a preamble. So now,
is that why the Constitution preamble is all sovereign power belongs to the
people? Yes.
That's actually chapter 1, article 1. The preamble starts with the people.
Yes,
with the people.
Acknowledging
even a book
God
called
Almighty.
With the People. And it says, chapter 10, with the people, thinking heavenly and acting Kenyanly. Thinking heavenly and acting Kenyanly. Not thinking Kenyanly, not thinking Moiri or Kenyatta.
Heavenly and acting Kenyanly.
And acting as acting. So now...
Wait, Eric was asking about the team that drafted this. So you said yourself, Kiretu Murungi.
Many people.
Kivuza Kibwana.
Young people like
James Orengo.
I said Orengo. Kibwana.
Dr. William Mutunga.
Dr. William Mutunga. Those are one of the most educated, prominent. And Kepta Obati. And many other people. So now, with that, we said we'll go and we got money. I know where I got it. But now I could get money from many organizations because of the.
You were popular. You were world famous.
Yeah. Now we got money to call a national convention assembly, whose committees was called NCC. You have heard of NCC?
Yeah.
We called a meeting at Rimuru in May.
May which year?
1997. Saba. Not Saba. May before Saba.
So
97.
90.
Should be 90 or
97.
97.
So in this committee, we called, because we want to be with the people, we called 3 people from every constituency, 3 people from every district, 3 people from every province. They were province that time. And we said one must be a woman and one must be a young person. You get me? Okay. So we called people from Moroba, Kenya to Limuru. We were about 700 delegates. And we paid for it. When they came, we resolved to take. That's when I saw Ogiga appear. No, before not. Was it then to take the draft to the office of the president at here in Nairobi. It's in Harambee House.
Yeah.
We took the model constitution. We thought it was going to be enacted by the people who ruled the referendum, not by the parliament. That was a mistake. We wanted to be a people-driven constitution, the draft. So anyway, that was not the issue of Saba. Then, when it was rejected, we decided now to have to move mass action. We used the word mass
Action.
The National Convention, we went to mass action. First of all, we were going to Kamukoji. We went to Kamukoji. Before Saba Day, I think the previous week, we walked to Mombasa. To Kamukoji.
Kamukunji, yes.
We went to Kamukoji. we were beaten. My Bible was stolen.
Who steals a Bible?
Was taken
That's
from-
been the beating.
I have pictures of when I was being beaten. I was. Then that day, we had people like Mother Karwa and who now appear, and Wagan Madhai, who came on the other side from the. I knew many people now joined that march. We could not hold the meeting because it was ambushed by the police. Then we decided we are going to have now. We are going to walk from. You call it as a house next to Parliament. What do they call it? I'm forgetting.
Is it the church?
No. Just a public meeting. We used to have a board meeting there.
County Hall.
County Hall. One of them buildings there. We are going to march from there to Parliament. We are going to march through the road. We are going to march on that road.
On Parliament Road.
Not to Parliament, just march to show our solidarity with having a new constitution.
Correct.
Saba is about a new
Constitution.
sovereignty of the
People.
multi-party democracy, government by the people, for the people, by
The people.
the people. It was not about. It was about those two issues only. Saba. It was not about anything else. Then we didn't go far. Before I was beaten and left dead. The St. ambulance, John's ambulance, took me to the mortuary, but somebody in the Nairobi hospital asked, "Are you going through there?" They could resuscitate me. After 3 days, I left the hospital. After I left the
So
hospital,
it was Dr. Gikonyo.
no, Dr. Kunya is the other one.
Okay.
I'll tell you the other one.
Okay.
Budget Day, when we were fighting for that time, was fighting for the enactment of the document, which Moi agreed now to call to look for somebody to write it other than us to draft.
Okay.
Yashigai.
We'll go back to that. So 3
Yes.
days later, you left the hospital.
This is the second
and
death.
after the first thing after I left the hospital with the sling, you can see pictures.
Yeah.
We called for Nane Nane. Have you ever heard of the Nane Nane?
Yes.
I
Okay,
haven't heard of it.
on the Nane. And I want to read now the Nane.
a month after Saba.
And I was wearing a red gown dress or the Nane. So that one, it was dispersed and was left hanging. I didn't run away. I was left hanging to the monument in Uhuru Park. Is it? There's a monument in not Uhuru Park, the next one.
City Park.
City Park.
Yeah.
I was left hanging there. I couldn't run away with my sling.
With your sling.
Yes.
Let's take a break, Dr. Njoya.
Yes.
We'll come back and we'll thread this story again. I mean, this is the push for sovereignty of the people, the push for true democracy, the push for the rights of the people.
And to make a new constitution.
And to make a new constitution. And that entire journey all the way from the 70s into the 80s, into now the 90s, and you're telling us about that Saba of 1997 and the culmination of it. You'll tell us about now the next one, where there's a very infamous video of you being beaten.
Yes, I always have it.
We have it on
We
air
have
as
it
well.
as well.
We
We're
have
going
it
to
being
play it on air.
At all Saint
But we want to take a quick break.
Yes.
Then we come back, and when we come back, we also take a spot check of what's happening around Nairobi. We also know that there is also Saba in Tanzania. We'll cross over to some people in Tanzania to just get a feel of what exactly is happening in Tanzania today. We know that there were planned protests at some point. Government came and said there's a total ban on any form of demonstration and protest on this Saba Day in Tanzania. So we'll get an update of what's happening there. This is Fixing the Nation, one conversation at a time, coming up to 9 a.m.
As we get back into conversation with Reverend Dr. Timothy Njoya, Scene Fixers Online, who are plugged into this conversation, of course, will be checking in on what's happening on the roads and giving you updates on that. But we have Psalmist Paul, who said, I'm so inspired by this man. The people shall, sovereignty is what we aspire. Ken Omondi saying, I remember you, sir. I was a youth then and would read papers from my dad daily. I saw politicians send Kina Likotio. Yes, so savage. He still remembers it. Then you actually forgive them. And we'll come into that, just getting to understand how do you then get to forgive all of these atrocities. Seen here, Charles Ndongo saying, this is the one man who faced it all. The picture of him being beaten and trampled on at All Saints is still fresh in my mind. You're a living hero, stroke legend, Reverend Njoya, greater than most who get praised. We have Benjamin Mukubi saying the old man has been through it all. He's a religious activist though. Christianity is premised on very different values. Joe Munga saying, Mungai, saying the house that the good reverend is referring to was known as Ufungamano. And that's why we saw Sifuna and the collective of Linda Monanchi meet
at Ufungamano
House. Yes. And so many others who are just, again, here celebrating Reverend Njoya as we commemorate Saba Saba. All of these years later, 36.
Very true.
Yeah, very, very many years later.
Yes. And as we get back into the conversation, I know Eric, you had a question, but just an update to Fixers. The situation on the roads seems to be largely similar to what happened on June 25th. So roadblocks along major roads feeding into the CBD, especially from on Kiambu Road at AAR, a roadblock there. If you're coming from Jogoo Road, expect a roadblock at City Stadium as well. On Thika Road, Alsops, Roysambu, hakuna kupita past that point. And Mombasa Road, not yet established if we do have roadblocks, but we will be doing spot checks soon to let you know how Mombasa Road is looking. Waiyaki Way as well, and Ngong Road. But thank you so much for also informing us of where you are. You can send us videos, tell us Niko Hapa, and this is what it looks like. Send us pictures, and we'll be more than happy to share with other fixers.
Indeed. So as we said, it's Saba Saba in Kenya. It's also Saba Saba in Tanzania. And we'd like to just, get a pulse of what's happening in Tanzania this morning. One of the biggest opposition parties in Tanzania is Chadema, Chama cha Demokrasia na Mageuzi, and the head of communication, Garva Lienda, is joining us now via video link. And Garva, thank you very much for speaking to us. What we know so far is that there were people who had planned some demonstrations in Tanzania for today, and the government has come out strongly to say, no, we will not allow the kind of demonstrations that have been planned in Tanzania this morning. There have been people who've been organizing and mobilizing on social media platforms without a clear leadership structure, saying that they'd like to come out. Now, what is the genesis of this? We know Saba Saba is the day that the party that preceded CCM, that's TANU, it was formed on a Saba Saba. But then why would people be wanting to go out and demonstrate? Garva Lienda is joining us now. Garva, good morning. So Garva, I know we'd like you to unmute and make your mic. Thank you very much. Now we can hear you.
Good morning. How are you?
Asante sana. Thank you very much for speaking to us, and good morning to you. Yes. So just give us a bit of a background. Why did some people, why was there an organization of demonstrations today in Tanzania? What was the reason?
Okay, asante. Ningependa kumsalimu dada Mariam hapo.
Nimesalimika.
Na mtumishi wa Mungu Mheshimiwa Njoya. Habari za Nairobi?
Tuko salama kabisa, asante, tunashukuru.
Nimefurahi sana kuwa Nation TV leo.
Asante.
Sawa, nikirejea kwenye swali lako, uliniuliza kwa nini maandamano yameadhimishwa leo. Hii Saba Saba ina kumbukumbu tofauti na Saba Saba yenu hapo Kenya. Sisi Saba Saba historia yake ilianza mwaka 1954 wakati baba wa taifa Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere alikiasisi chama kinaitwa Tanganyika National Union tano, ambacho baadaye ndio kiliipatia Tanzania uhuru mwaka 1961. Na hiyo tano baadaye, baada ya Tanganyika kuungana na Zanzibar, kule kulikuwa na chama kinaitwa ASP, kwa pamoja ndio wakatengeneza chama kinaitwa Chama cha Mapinduzi, yani CCM, ambayo ndio ruling party kwa Tanzania. Lakini hii Sabasaba baadaye serikali ya Tanzania ikaona ibadilishe kutoka kuwa ni siku ya kisiasa kuwa ni siku ya kibiashara. Kwa hiyo wakaanzisha maonyesho ya Sabasaba. Hii ni Dar es Salaam International Trade Fair, ambayo sasa inaonyesha masuala ya kilimo, viwanda, biashara na vitu kama hivyo. Na siku hii kwa Tanzania ni public holiday. Sasa kwa nini maandamano yalipangwa leo? Kama nilivyosema, ni public holiday, watu wako nyumbani wanapumzika. Kwa hiyo walioandaa maandamano waliona hii ni siku sahihi, kwa sababu watu watakuwa free, hawana majukumu ya kazi. Kwa hiyo waonyeshe na watumie ile haki yao ya kikatiba ya kufanya maandamano. Nashukuru kwa utambulisho huu.
Asante sana. Sasa mbona serikali basi ikasema haitaruhusu maandamano yafanywe siku ya leo?
Ni hofu ya hii serikali ya Tanzania ambayo imejipachika madarakani. Haina uhalali wowote wa kisiasa, kwa sababu hakuna uchaguzi uliofanyika Oktoba 29 mwaka jana. Kwa hiyo ni kuziba sauti za watu. Hawataki watu wasikike, hawataki watu watoe maoni yao. Kwa hiyo wametumia nguvu kubwa sana leo kuhakikisha watu hawatumii haki yao ya kikatiba kuandamana. Kuandamana ni haki ya kikatiba kabisa. Watanzania wanaruhusiwa kuandamana, kueleza hisia zao, kueleza matatizo yao. Lakini serikali imetumia nguvu kubwa sana. Askari polisi wameleta mpaka wanajeshi wako mtaani na kuhakikisha watu hawatumii hiyo haki yao ya kikatiba.
So tueleze jinsi kunavyokaa, kama ni Dar, Morogoro, Arusha, Dodoma, kokote. Watu wanaweza toka manyumbani ama ni kukaa nyumbani hadi siku ishe? Mtu anaweza songa au la?
Nilikuwa tunafanya follow up ya nini kinaendelea asubuhi ya leo. Bado watu naona wamejawa na hofu sana. Sioni mpaka sasa, kwa tathmini ya haraka, sioni kama yanaweza katokea maandamano kama ambavyo yalihamasishwa kwenye mitandao ya kijamii, kwa sababu kubwa mbili. Sababu ya kwanza, serikali imetumia nguvu kubwa sana, imetumia rasilimali nyingi sana, fedha nyingi sana kuhakikisha watu hawaandamani. Kwa hiyo kuna hofu kubwa sana ilipandikizwa. Tuliona mkuu wa jeshi la polisi alizungumza kukemea maandamano na kusema atachukulia hatua watakaoandamana. Msemaji wa jeshi la ulinzi na usalama akatoka akasema maandamano hayatakuwepo na tutayadhibiti. Akatoka waziri wa mambo ya ndani akakemea na kusema serikali itatumia nguvu zote na uwezo wote ambao wanao kuhakikisha hakuna maandamano. Na wakawatumia proxies wao, vibaraka wao, watu mbalimbali. Wengine wakaja wakasema wameandaa chui, wameandaa chui leopards, wameandaa mbwa mwitu, wameandaa watu ambao watawanyofoa watu macho yao na masikio. Kwa hiyo walitumia proxies kuhakikisha wanawatisha watu na wasitekeleze hiyo haki ya kikatiba. Sasa pengine ninaona hiyo hofu imewaingia Watanzania, na pengine yanaweza yasifanikiwe haya maandamano. Kwa hiyo ni sababu ya pili.
Haya, hali ya kisiasa iko vipi Tanzania kwa wakati huu? Kama chama cha upinzani Chadema ama vyama vingine vya upinzani vya Tanzania kama ACT Wazalendo na nini, vipi mnazungumza vipi kwa wafuasi wenu, mnawaambia nini?
Sisi kama kwanza, hali ya kisiasa iko tete, haijawa nzuri. Yaani ninyi huko Kenya mna uhuru wa kufanya siasa kulikoni Tanzania. Kenya unaona mwanasiasa wa chama cha upinzani anamiliki biashara, anafanya shughuli zake na serikali haimbugudhi. Wanachofanya ni kukusanya kodi. Sisi Tanzania, as long as wewe umekuwa ni opposition leader, hauwezi ukamiliki biashara. Watakuja TRA, ninyi huko mnaita KRA, sisi we have TRA. Watakuja, watakusumbua, watakuletea kodi ambazo sio za kweli, watatisha wafanyakazi wako na kuhakikisha biashara yako haistawi. Kwa hiyo hali ya kisiasa haipo nzuri, na Chadema tulikuwa tuna operation ya kufanya mikutano ya hadhara tukiwa na agenda kuu mbili. Ya kwanza ni free Tundu Lissu, kuhakikisha mwenyekiti wetu ambaye sasa ana miezi takribani 16 wanamshikilia gerezani kwa kesi ya uongo kabisa, kesi ya uhaini, tunataka achiwe. Lakini agenda yetu ya pili ilikuwa ni madai ya katiba mpya. Hiyo mikutano wakati inaendelea, akatoka waziri wa mambo ya ndani Patrobas Katambi, ambaye kwa taarifa yenu Patrobas Katambi alikuwa ni kiongozi wa Chadema, alikuwa ndio mwenyekiti wa baraza la vijana wa hiki chama, youth wing ya Chadema. Yeye ndio alikuwa chairman mwaka 2015, mwaka 2017, 18 akahamia CCM. Ndio huyo sasa hivi waziri wa mambo ya ndani, na amekuwa mwiba mkali kweli kwa Chadema, kwa vyama vya siasa na kwa Tanzania. Kwa hiyo wakati mikutano yetu ya hadhara ya kampeni ya free Tundu Lissu na katiba mpya inaendelea, akasema bungeni, siku ambayo bunge linafungwa, akasema serikali imezuia mikutano yote ya hadhara. Ni kinyume cha katiba, kwa sababu akiwa kama waziri hana mamlaka ya kisheria wala ya kikatiba ya kuzuia mikutano ya hadhara, lakini alizuia mikutano ya hadhara na polisi walitekeleza hilo zuio. Sisi wakatufuata, wakazuia mikutano yetu isifanyike. Kwa hiyo hali ya kisiasa naweza kusema sio nzuri na haijawahi kuwa nzuri, na tunapoelekea ilikuwa mbaya zaidi. Sasa tunaweza tukajiuliza, na watu wengi wamejiuliza, kwa nini Patrobas Katambi na serikali ya Tanzania imekataza mikutano ya hadhara ya kisiasa? Wamekataza mikusanyiko ya watu, lakini wamezuia mikusanyiko ya mikutano ya kisiasa tu. Lakini tunaona kuna mikusanyiko ya dini, watu wanakusanyika masokoni, watu wanakusanyika. Juzi Yanga na timu hapa ambayo imechukua ubingwa wa ligi kuu ya Tanzania inaitwa Young Africans, walifanya paredi. Ilikuwa na watu wengi sana walikusanyika kwa wanasherehekea. Kesho yake timu ya Simba ambaye ni rival wa Yanga walifanya paredi nao furahia ushindi wao. Sasa watu wanajiuliza, kwa nini kama issue ni mikusanyiko? Maana yeye alisema tunazuia mikusanyiko kwa sababu kwenye mikusanyiko hiyo ndio watu wanahamasisha maandamano ya Sabasaba. Tukawa tunajiuliza, kama issue ni watu wakikusanyika na wata organize hayo maandamano, kwa nini mikusanyiko ya dini imeruhusiwa? Kwa nini mikusanyiko ya kusherehekea ubingwa wa timu za mpira imeruhusiwa? Unapata picha kwamba hofu yao ni mikutano ya hadhara ambayo inafanywa na Chama cha Demokrasia na Maendeleo. Walifikiri kufunga Tundu Lissu na kututisha viongozi pengine ingeturudisha nyuma na ingerudisha nyuma wa Tanzania. Lakini Chadema limepata uungwaji mkono ambao hauelezeki. Hiki chama watu wengi wamekuwa na subscribe membership. Nadhani serikali sasa imeona ili kuzuia hii kitu, uungwaji mkono wa Chadema, hebu tuzuie hiki wanachokifanya kama hadhara, lakini wakatumia umbrella ya watu wanahamasisha maandamano.
Naam. Mtumishi hapa ameandika kitu, akikusikiza ameandika, ours is a human rights struggle, and I'll come back to Reverend Njoya tuambie why he's seeing those parallels and between the struggle that Tanzania is having right now and what we've been through. Lakini Tuambie hali ya haki za binadamu Tanzania imekuaje tangu niite election ama niite uchaguzi? Yes, uchaguzi huo. Ni vile nakumbuka last year we were very adamant that hakuna uchaguzi ulifanyika, lakini tuambie hali ya haki za kibinadamu imekuaje tangu Oktoba tarehe 29?
Hali ya haki ya binadamu bado ni mbaya sana Tanzania. Baada ya hiyo ambayo hata ulipata tabu kuita kama ni uchaguzi, sisi tunaita ni uchafuzi, na tulikuwa na movement yetu inasema no reforms no election. Na as long as the reforms hazikufanyika, kwa hiyo election haikufanyika, na dunia nzima ilishuhudia thousands of people walikwenda mtaani siku ya uchaguzi. Uchaguzi haukufanyika, lakini tume ya uchaguzi ya Tanzania ikatangaza kwamba Samia ameshinda na amechaguliwa na watu milioni 32, yani zaidi ya nusu ya Watanzania walimpigia kura. Sasa ni mazingaombwe ambayo dunia nzima iliona hakuna uhalisia wowote, na wao walikosa tu haya. Kwa uchaguzi haukufanyika. Kwa hiyo tokea wakati huo haki za binadamu za Watanzania zimeendelea kuwa chini. Watu wanaendelea kutekwa. Mnafahamu mwezi uliopita aliyekuwa msaidizi wa Tundu Lissu anaitwa David Jumbe alitekwa na walikuwa anakwenda kuuawa. Bahati njema waendesha pikipiki au bodaboda ndio walikuwa wanafuata hiyo gari ambayo ilimteka, na baadaye waliomteka wakashuka kwenye gari wakaanza kupambana na watu wa bodaboda. Hiyo Jumbe akafanikiwa kukimbia akiwa na handcuffs. Akatupigia simu usiku, tukamfuata hapo alipo na zile handcuffs, na kesho yake tukampeleka kituo cha polisi ili wamfungue, na mpaka leo hakuna uchunguzi wote uliofanyika. Hilo la kwanza. Lakini la pili, viongozi wengi wa Chadema wamekuwa bado wanakamatwa, wanawekwa kwenye mahabusu za jeshi la polisi zaidi ya masaa ambayo yanaruhusiwa kikatiba, kwa sababu kwa mujibu wa sheria za Tanzania ukimkamata mtu unapaswa kumweka mahabusu ndani ya masaa 24 one day. Baada ya hapo ni ama umwachie huru au umpeleke mahakamani. Lakini tunao viongozi wana miezi miwili sasa, mwezi mmoja kila kona ya Tanzania wakiwa na huyu ni kiongozi wa Chadema, na hili vuguvugu lililokuwa la maandamano ya Saba wanawakamata watu wetu wanaweka ndani. Last week Chadema tuna kitu kinaitwa Chadema Students Organization, na organization ya wanafunzi wa vyuo vikuu ambao wanaamini kwenye chama chetu cha demokrasia na maendeleo. Juzi wanawafuata viongozi wa Chadema Students Organization wa unaitwa Mbeya, wamewakamata wameweka ndani, kwa sababu wanasema walifanya kikao na makamu mwenyekiti John Heche. Bado kuna viongozi wetu wa wanafunzi wa mkoa unaitwa Mwanza waliwakamata wameweka ndani, na kuna mmoja akapewa kesi sijui ya masuala ya fedha Kwa hiyo haki bado haziko sawa sawa. Na haki ndio naona kinachoendelea leo. Hizi ni haki za raia kuandamana, kuelezea matatizo yao. Lakini serikali inatumia nguvu nyingi sana kuhakikisha watu they don't enjoy their rights to demonstrate. Hiyo ni moja ya uvunjifu wa haki za binadamu. Kwa hiyo naweza kusema kwa haki za binadamu Tanzania bado zipo chini sana.
Asante sana Gava, asante sana, na ni matumaini yetu kwa siku ya leo itakuwa ya amani pale Tanzania, na kwa hakuna mtu atakaye dhulumiwa kwa njia yoyote. But asante sana kwa kuongea na sisi. Tuongea na mtumishi hapa, Reverend Njoya, amekuwa akiandika vitu fulani akikusikiza. Nadhani anaona kuna some similarities kati ya vitu zinafanyika Tanzania sasa na kile ambacho kilifanyika Kenya in the 1990s na pia sasa. But asante sana Gava for joining us. Reverend Njoya, you've been writing several things as you listened to what the Chadema head of communications was saying, Gava Lienda, and you said first and foremost ours is a human rights struggle. What parallels are you drawing with what he's saying and what was happening in the 90s and is happening presently in Kenya?
Thank you. I didn't know I would be instructed to some other things. I'm a scholar.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to comment on things I've not studied. The last time I was in Tanzania, the president who was before the present one,
Magufuli, John Pombe Magufuli.
Yes, we had a civil society Pan-African conference in Zanzibar. You know what? The president wrote me a letter. Imagine, I'm not a president, should have written to Moi in Kenya. But anyway, to stop me. But now he wrote me and told me, you know, the people went there last time and they were chased away. He didn't chase away, but he said, thank you, welcome, but don't talk about gay rights here. Okay, that's all I was prohibited from doing.
From talking about
because he knows my philosophy, it's human rights. But he said, talk about everything else about rights, but not
gay rights.
Not gay rights. Let me put it this way. I want to clarify, just take a brief moment. Say that the struggle in Tanzania is like the one like we was there in Kenya after independence, between the KPU and KANU. Odinga, KANU. It's a power struggle. Our struggle today is not about power, because I can never and will never join a partisan or political party to fight another party not to come to power. Never. Because I'm a preacher. And my struggle has always been the struggle for human rights, and I want to read it before I stop where it comes from.
Yes.
Because this is what inspired me. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and a recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free. That's not a political party. It's not partisan fighting.
Yeah.
Mine is, I don't know anywhere where the poor are a party or a political party of fighting for power or proclaim freedom for the prisoners. They are not a party. Or so many freedom to set the captives free. All these are we talked about Genesis. People are suffering, and sovereignty means freedom. All people ought to be free. Sorry, let me repeat. I use a pulpit not for any partisan interest. So let's political parties and fighting for power, like in Tanzania, some being alienated from the others. That I don't think, I'm not condemning that, but it should have a framework that now we have in Kenya of human rights struggle for democracy. After saying that, I want to say that now today in Kenya, and I saw that when we were coming, and I told the person who came to drive me here, this is a struggle between Moi and Gen Zs, not Kenya. It has nothing to do with Kenya. Saba of today is not the one who are fighting for human rights. It was not. It has no philosophy. We had a philosophy of two issues, and that issue, human rights and democracy, and a new constitution. Today we don't have something like that. We are struggling about. I would say.
Would you call a call for accountability a philosophy?
Okay, it's a philosophy, but it's a philosophy according to human rights. Holding people accountable is there in the Constitution. The Constitution is what is the philosophy. It should be upheld. We are enforcing the enforcement of the Constitution.
Yeah.
And I'm saying what we have today is more rebellion against the Constitution. Ruto, sorry. There's a difference in the name, but their philosophy is the same. Yes. It's rebellion against by youth, Gen Z rebellion against Ruto state rebellion. It's not, they are not fighting for something Kenya doesn't have new. Can you see the difference?
Yes.
We're fighting for what we didn't have.
Yeah.
Which is a correct philosophy. And so the rebellion, root of rebellion against the Constitution. I had written something here that BBI was a revival of KANU
In the
in
19...
the 19th. So the question is,
Literally, like it's one big note. BB, where's the camera? There you go. Can we zoom? Because it's just one big note. I think it deserves a moment. There we go. BBI is a revival of KANU 1990. That's one statement.
and
when did you write this? When did you write this?
When the BBI was going on. I don't know. Now, I'm saying today, what we are having is a revival of Kenyattaism and Moyism, and which the Gen Zs are right to proclaim and fight for the new constitution, which was, but it appears because of lack of articulate philosophy, it can appear as if it's supporting even a political party. Have you ever heard of me being accused by even a madman that Njoya, you are supporting a political party? You are supporting Matiba or Diga, or Diga, my friend, who gave me this hat, or anyone else. Let me tell you how I was given this hat. Professor Ojeda and a group of 5 people, 4 people, 4 of them, 5, were sent by Giga Odiga to come and call me to launch his Azimio party. Is it Azimio?
But Raila Odinga.
Raila Odinga party. What was it? Is it called?
Azimio. The
Azimio.
latest one?
Eh?
Not ODM.
ODM. Or not ODM. I think
Azimio.
Azimio.
The one
and
for the last election.
his political position and everything. And they came and we spent the whole day. I told them, Ruto is climbing Mount Kenya. You can see I'm living in Kajiado in Ngong. And Raila if Raila were saying I helped him to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, it would be very different. But Mount Kenya means tribalism or partisanship. And I told him, go and tell him that one I cannot do because I'll be thrown out of the church because I'm now become political or politician to support a certain political party or partisan interest. Because all partisan in Kenya may say equal, almost all, I want to say, I don't want to, I remove the word all. Almost all partisan interests are ethnic interests in Kenya. Almost all partisan interests. Even today, what is the accusation of Gachagua by Ruto? That we are partisan interests are tribal interests. The same with him. He is being accused of the same by them. So I'm saying they are scientists without knowing. The way they're accusing each other, you can have scientific evidence, political science. So I'm saying I have never been caught by anybody, anytime, and I only be caught perhaps here today if you knew I was partisan. You get me?
You have to remain. I
mean, philosophical religious, and following Jesus, the Spirit of the Lord is supporting me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has anointed me to proclaim freedom for the oppressed. You get me? That's not partisan. That's what Jesus was not partisan. He was not pro-Pharisees, Sadducees, Herodians. You have all these political parties. All these parties colluded with the Romans, the emperor, the Roman emperor, which was a colonizer, to crucify him, didn't they? I'm sure all political parties in Kenya can collude to crucify him. But anyway.
Reverend Njoya, let me bring you back to, before we took the break and we spoke to our colleague in Tanzania.
Yes.
You're telling us about, the second time that you were brutally beaten. And this was, that Saba of 97. And then after that, you said, we are going to organize Nane Nane. Okay? And then Nane Nane, you came out, you had a sling on your arm, and you ended up at that monument on Central Park. And, still things happened. Now, let's go into this day when you are pushing against the budget. And we have that video of you being beaten. And I think just for the benefit of those who may not have seen, let's play the video and hear, the sounds of that video. And then now you can tell us what happened. How did this get organized? What happened on this day? What happened after this day? So Philip, we can play that video.
These others are coming back.
Send a message to the United Nations and the people of all the world.
Maombi. Maombi twende.
It's painful to look at it, and those are many years later. But Reverend Njoya, really, this is just one of the very many beatings that you have gone through in your life. This was a brutal and painful one, where you start there, as you can see, peacefully speaking and addressing people and saying what you're calling for, and then we see, na Njoya inasumbua watu. Hii Njoya inasumbua watu. What was this day?
It so happened that when it was clear that people want a new constitution, there was a parliament of now multi-party wanting now to join and bring a new constitution. And the Ufugamano was supporting that. And we were, me, Kibuna, William Tuganalas, we left Ufugamano because we didn't want that. Now this, what was in that thing, the parties together? IPPG. They wanted IPPG to make a new constitution, but then we decided to have a Mandamano led by us to meet us Uhuru Park. It was not a Mandamano, but a rally. And we announced it. And the police were brought to sleep they are not for us to come. So I wanted you to come. So in the evening, I took my prayers, came and cut the barbed wire when people ran away to the other park, City Park. I cut all the barbed wire at night so that people can run through those Bougainvillea. And then the morning I woke up, as usual, made breakfast for the family so that they may go to school. And my wife was the first to wake up with a, bowed with a blanket, sat all the children. I said, I may not want to go. You are afraid. You are waking up all of you because I may not go. Then, when I said that, one of my daughters said, Professor Ajiru said, Dad, I don't like politics and don't even do anything in politics. She was now in the University of Nairobi. But if you don't go, I don't go. Because she believed in my cause, but she didn't believe in the method. What is the government reaction? So then they all said, then if you don't go, we are all going to go. It was a commitment to come to hospital to pick, because I was brutalized that way and left dead. So Dr. Ikonyo is the one who revived me. He's even today told me, I called him to tell him, I'm going to mention that. He said, Njoya, you are dead. It's me who resuscitated and revived you. He told me that those very words,
dead.
Dr. Ikonyo. Yeah. He even told me he has sent messages I didn't have time to read, to look at, about what happened that day from the hospital point of view. So what happened is that when I went, I knew their way of. We found we could not come. The whole of Uhuru Park was occupied. Then we agreed, we leaders, Kina Kamau, Kurian, Kibwana, and all the rest, that we meet at the cathedral. I had the telephones of these church leaders. I called Archbishop Manasseh Kuria to allow us to meet in the cathedral. He allowed us. And people came and filled the church than somewhere outside. So when I was on I climbed on the pulpit to read. I didn't read, I was saying because I saw we were surrounded, we were ambushed. I said, and the peace of God, if he passes on a sudden, I didn't even finish that before I was hit by, it broke my shoulder.
What?
It
A
was
rubber bullet or a tear
I
gas
was
canister?
bit by a rubber bullet. So I came out. Some people were killed elsewhere, anywhere. So when I came, I was protected. I don't remember his police commissioner in Nairobi area was around in the air with helicopter or anything. So I was protected not to be killed like the other time. So, but Moi was coming for IGAD meeting from the airport carrying the Mkapa of Tanzania, you know, leading him. And he couldn't pass because there were too many police people running away. But I was standing with my red gown. I used to.
Yeah.
And the Moi asked, "Who is that? Who is that?" I was standing being surrounded by the police, about 40 of them. He said, it was written in the Nation, in this paper, I think, kill him, kill him. I don't know whether it was Moi or somebody in that car. Then the people came holding guns, looking now towards me. There was nothing I could do. That picture you have shown, I was saved by that being beaten. Because the police surrounding me started beating me, saved me from being shot.
Wow.
You see, with the blood of Christ, as I've said, the Holy Spirit is upon me. It's costly as you, it's value, it's beyond human value. It cannot be paid or compensated. There's no reparation. So now, I was to be killed by a bullet, but I was saved by being beaten.
Yeah.
The Saint the police left me, and the Saint ambulance. I have the picture. The St. John's ambulance was the one who picked me. Even I was being beaten with the captor. He was holding me in my jacket outside. I have a picture with that. So I was again. It is Dr. Gekonyo who said I'll be taken. For 3 days, he made me revive back. I was saying, when I woke up, I didn't know where I was. I left myself at All Saints Cathedral.
And
When
you're
I
waking
looked-
up in hospital.
Yes. When I looked up like that, whom did I see? My wife. I asked, what have you come to heaven to do? I asked her. I have to home to take care of children.
That is heartbreaking, and I don't know how you just made the saddest things
Because
the funniest.
you see, when I woke up, I could see somebody, but I had no pain. But when the pain returned, meaning senses, then I saw it as my wife. I asked her, "What have you
Come to heaven to do.
come to heaven to do?" But anyway, I left hospital, but Moi was very great. Moi was one of my greatest presidents that ever happened in Africa. Do you know why?
Why?
He he succumbed to making a new
Constitution.
Yes. You understand? That day. That's when he succumbed to making a new
Constitution.
Earlier, he also after in January, he succumbed to removing Section 3,
2A.
2A.
Yeah.
Now he succumbs again to
a new
making a
constitution
new constitution.
Yeah.
But he does not allow people to make. He called Yashigai to come and form,
CKRC.
take care of, not even our document, come and make. Then I went to court. The Rigera, you know the Rigera case, constitutional case. Court,
Tell us about it.
Actually, don't.
Eh?
Tell us
Tell
about
us
it.
about it.
The High Court shows the Rigera committee, because I said I filed a case to the High Court, to the Supreme Court, that there will not be a constitution made by Parliament, and again I quote the Bible, because the right to making to governance, the right to freedom, the right to sovereignty belongs to the people. I told Rigera was sitting and listening. I was arguing. Wako, because he was the one I accused, was sitting there, and the Ashi guy was sitting there. I can remember. On one side, me, I was the one charging them for violating God's constitution, not Kenya constitution.
God's will.
But I wanted that God's constitution, God's will, to be the Kenya
Constitution.
I argued that. Do you know what? I had a lawyer. Yes, Mungai. Mungai.
Muigai.
Is it Mungai?
Muigai.
Not in the Muigai.
Yedu Muigai.
Not
The
together.
former AG?
There's another one. When he didn't speak, I stood up. I shut up and I spoke for myself. I was preaching to the court. The girl told me, "Shut up! You have made your point." Come in the afternoon. Now, the people had taken to court, took me for lunch. They told me, "You cannot argue." I was gone to court to stop the Parliament from having a government presented by Ashigai or government. They were not. I didn't say Ashigai. A government, IPPG, is it?
Yeah.
An IPPG, Yashigai, Ruto document being the one to rule Kenya, because it was not different from the Lancaster. It was not people self-given.
Driven, yeah.
It was not self. They didn't come in the afternoon when we were told to return for them to argue. So I returned. We were told he ruled, and I have the whole statement was quoted. What is the present Attorney General? No, Chief Justice. The High Court, the
Martha Koome.
Mother Koome. When there was another BBI attempt, what did you read? You cannot go against the Njoya. Did you hear? Yeah, did you hear that? She said, you cannot make the BBI is contrary to the Njoya.
To the Njoya case.
Because it said only the people. You cannot amend the constitution, only the people through a referendum. So now I'm saying, I'm very happy with Kenya. Even what the BBI, the Gen Z are doing today and other things, I'm saying the Gen Z rebellion against Ruto's rebellion. Ruto is not being held accountable to the current constitution. Can I repeat?
Yes.
By President Ruto not being held accountable by the current constitution. That's rebellion.
Yeah.
The Gen Z, by not being elected by the people or anything or anyone to appeal, to fight for that. Well, nobody is challenging the party. What is Ruto's party called?
UDA.
By the UDA, who are not acting against its member. Then the Gen Z again counters rebellion is a counter rebellion.
Yeah.
Gen Z rebellion is a Ruto's counter rebellion. So we have two rebellions in Kenya today. One by the president and one by the Gen Z. And they are rebellions against each
other.
So if you want to not to have a Gen Z rebellion, Mr. Ruto, and I beg you and I pray for you, if you don't want to have a Gen Z rebellion in Kenya, and even Gen Z rebellion going beyond control, because now you are trying to control it. If you please stop your rebellion. Can you pray for him, you all Kenyans? What do you go to church to do? I might take my hat off for all Kenyans and ask them to bow down before God and pray for head of the two rebellions so that Kenya may live in peace. In peace. Yes, because without a rebellion, we are better. Imagine this being the first rebellion in Africa by a president.
Let me ask you, Dr. Njoya.
Yes.
How would we know that Ruto has stopped his rebellion?
Has?
How can we tell if he stops his rebellion?
How would we know that
How
he
would we know?
stopped his rebellion against the
By
Constitution?
accepting such criticism as he was given. I went to the State House with an NCSK. That's when this house, I was asked, he was executive after night for 2024 bill, budget bill, to tell Ruto not to sign it. And we went there, and he asked for it, and he cancelled it. But Ruto, when he saw me wearing this hat, he came directly to me asking me, where did you get this hat? Even before I said I was given it by Ruto, he already knew. If he didn't know, he would have been a very stupid president because he should know everything about Kenya. Now, then he was asking me because he knew where it came from.
He knew.
Then I told him, we are coming to tell you. Can I repeat? You are dead. You are
Dead.
You died when you co-opted the parliament, because the constitution has three arms of the government. The parliament, the other one is the executive, and you are one. The other one is the judiciary. When one arm of the government co-opts any of the other two, there's no three arms of the government. You have destroyed the constitution.
The Constitution.
The constitution, that is the death. So we have come to say, stop co-opting the parliament. That is the common, because you are behind that bill, don't sign it, because that's how you killed the government, the state, the government. He said, yes. He asked his agent, go bring that bill here. And we sat down and he cancelled it. So I'm saying, but the Gen Z and others said that I went there for an envelope. I was given money. That's the crucifixion. You see, I always carry my cross.
Yeah.
I was crucified because of what I...
Because of going to state house.
Or what I... Now, I'm saying, he agreed, yes. So, again, we resurrected Ruto from the death of he dying because of that constitution by having killed, not himself physically, having killed the
spirit of the
The
Constitution.
three arms of government.
The
constitution by co-opting one arm of the government. May I ask you today? I'm asking you, and because your faces look very shiny and very, very good looking. Please tell me, my dear media, not you here, representing the media. Has Ruto stopped co-opting other arms of the government?
No.
Is that showing you are saying no? Has Ruto stopped co-opting
No.
in other arms of the government?
No.
When you co-opt any arm of the government, you are killing the
Constitution.
The constitution. And that is the truth, that you cannot co-opt the judiciary or the parliament and remain with the
Constitution.
And the Gen Z is also rebelling against you. So we have a rebellion and a counter rebellion in Kenya. Who can save us from this rebellion and counter rebellion? Ruto himself.
Yes.
If he stops rebelling against the constitution, there will be no rebellion against him, and not by children anyway. This is not a good thing about the Gen Z, and I should greet them. that theirs is not a power struggle. It's not like the Tanzania and Saba Saba, which is a power struggle.
Yeah.
I'm not condemning it because but Tanzania has not come to having like a Kenya constitution, which is not the one given by Britain. They are still, they had it, the Charter of the Common Man. They have a new communion before us. But I'm saying, that's the other Nyerere.
Sorry, we have to wrap up, Rev. But you're saying the last one as you finish?
I'm saying that I'm praying to Kenya, not to Kenyans, people, sovereign, who are given sovereignty by God, not surrender it, because this constitution of Kenya is the document that writes about their sovereignty.
Yeah.
They themselves should not surrender their
Sovereignty.
To who?
Anyone.
To anyone.
Any man.
Or even a man. Or to the state, because the state is a creature of this constitution.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
And I was defending the state as a creature of the constitution.
Of the Constitution.
And that's why I went to State House with the NCCK.
Reverend Njoya, thank you very
so
much for
much.
joining us today, and happy Saba Saba Day to you. You know, it means a lot, and thank you for sharing that with us. Someone said, tukimaliza hapa, tuwekee ile wimbo ya uzalendo ya Kakai Kilonzo, ewe Kenya nchi yangu. Ewe Kenya nchi yangu, ewe Kenya nchi yangu, sitakuacha milele. Coming up next, Your World. What do we have?
Right. Winnie and Mary are discussing who changed the dating rules, where and when and why. Why does dating today feel so difficult? That will be on Your World. And of course on Nation FM, it's Brian Aseli and Claudia Naisaba on Vibe Shift. A massive thank you to all you fixers for spending the morning with us. And of course to Engineer Njeru and Reverend Dr. Timothy Njoya. Myself, Mariam Bishar, Eric Latif and Valaris Wamboy. Have an amazing Tuesday. Stay safe and we'll keep you updated throughout the day.